Words don't just communicate, they influence. And the smallest words, pronouns, can reveal your mindset, shape how others see you, and even predict success. Research from James Pennebaker at the University of Texas found that pronouns reflect psychological states and social roles. High performers use them strategically. Uncertain speakers misuse them unconsciously. So today, we're unlocking one of language's most powerful tools, pronouns, so you can speak with clarity, credibility, and confidence. By the end, you'll not only understand pronouns, you'll own them, and your words will begin to command attention. Pennebaker's research in 2011 shows that frequent use of I can signal self-focus or insecurity. Leaders often use we more, showing confidence and shared purpose. Effective communicators balance pronoun use to show empathy and authority. In addition is trust and credibility. Research in psycholinguistics shows that consistent pronoun use signals competence and authenticity. When you use I responsibly and we inclusively, people perceive you as honest and confident. As to social bonding and leadership, Harvard Business Review studies found that leaders who use inclusive pronouns like we and our foster team trust and cooperation. Another one is identity and power. Pronoun choice can express authority or vulnerability. Example, you should do this, directive, versus we can try this, collaborative. Your pronouns reveal how you position yourself in social hierarchies. Again, linguistic research from Pennebaker, 2011, shows that pronouns reveal power, focus, and relationships. When you use them with precision, you don't just speak better, you lead minds. Today, I'll show you 6 kinds of pronouns that act like invisible levers, bridging ideas, guiding attention, inviting answers, and amplifying your voice. By the end of this lesson, expect to notice pronouns everywhere and to use them like a master communicator. In my last video, you mastered the foundation, personal pronouns, the core of clarity and influence. Today, we're leveling up your language power as we uncover the next 6 types: relative, demonstrative, interrogative, indefinite, reflexive and intensive, and reciprocal pronouns. By the end of this lesson, expect your words to connect ideas, command attention, and reflect mastery in every sentence you speak. In my last video, entitled Taller Than Me, I already discussed the first type of pronoun, which is the personal pronoun. We will continue the types of pronouns in this video. First to go is the relative pronouns, the bridges of meaning. Relative pronouns are connectors. They link one idea to another, helping your listener follow your thought like a trail of lights. Examples: who, whom, whose, which, that. The teacher who explained it was clear. The book that inspired me is on the table. According to cognitive load theory, Sweller, in 1994, found out that well-structured sentences reduce mental effort. Relative pronouns create clarity and cohesion, making your message easier to follow and easier to trust. When your audience experiences mental ease, they unconsciously label you as more credible and more intelligent. This is Kahneman in Thinking Fast and Slow. Okay, let us have some exercises for you. Complete this sentence aloud. The mentor who guided me. Okay, complete the sentence. The lesson that changed my life. Again, complete the sentence. Isn't that great? Remember, each time you use a relative pronoun, your mind builds stronger clarity pathways. The next type of pronoun is the demonstrative pronoun. This type is also known as the pointers of power. These pronouns don't just point, they control focus. Examples: this, that, these, those. This is amazing. Those are excellent examples. This draws people closer. It creates intimacy and immediacy. That creates distance, emotional or conceptual. Studies on proximal language, Baranan and Lieberman, 2010, show that proximity affects emotional connection. When you say this idea, your listener leans in. When you say that mistake, you create safe distance. Start noticing how this feels near and engaging, and how that helps you separate what no longer serves you. All right, say the following sentences aloud. This is the goal I'm focusing on. That habit is one I'm leaving behind. Did you say them aloud? Did you feel the shift? The next type of pronouns that you need to know is the interrogative pronoun, the power of questions. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. Questions are not requests for answers. They are tools of influence. Examples of interrogative pronouns are who, whom, whose, which, what. Who inspired you? Which path will you choose? According to the research of Wood and Neal in 2009, asking questions increases the likelihood that people will align behavior with their answer. When you use interrogative pronouns, you don't just ask, you guide. Who has helped shape your growth? Which skill will you master next? Remember, every question primes your subconscious for action. What is an indefinite pronoun? An indefinite pronoun is used to substitute for unknown or unspecified persons, places, and things. The following chart gives you indefinite pronouns that are singular, indefinite pronouns that are plural, and the indefinite pronouns that are both singular and plural. Why are indefinite pronouns important? Because using universal language creates group identification and social bonding. When you say we all know or everyone understands, the brain feels inclusion and compliance rises. The types of pronoun that I will be discussing in this last part of the lecture are the reflexive, intensive, and reciprocal pronouns. As you can see on the chart, reflexive ends in self, selves, and adds information to a sentence by pointing back to a noun or pronoun near the beginning of a sentence. Intensive pronoun, on the other hand, also ends in self, selves, but is used to emphasize action. For example, I myself did it. Reciprocal pronoun refers to the pronoun each other and one another. From this moment forward, expect that in every conversation you have, you'll begin to notice your pronouns. You'll choose them with intention, and you'll see your clarity and influence expand effortlessly. Because mastery doesn't begin in complexity, it begins in awareness. So here's my gentle challenge to you, my dear subscribers. Take 3 sentences from your last message or email. Rewrite them using at least 3 of the pronouns we explored today. Watch how your message becomes clearer, stronger, and more connected. Because the moment you command language, you begin to command influence. Remember this truth. Language is power, and you now hold the switch. I'm truly honored to walk this journey with you. Continue speaking with clarity, leading with purpose, and learning with curiosity. It's been wonderful sharing this lesson with you, and I can't wait to see you in our next video. Until then, keep mastering your words, and you'll keep mastering your world.